Cheers, Paul. My Cockney friend. Thank you very much, mate. I wouldn't even say I'm a wine lover yet. I wouldn't say I'm there yet. I'm not a wine lover. I'm getting there. I'm enjoying it. I've got, I have only got 4 bottles of Malbec left, so that's 2 down since the weekend. Oops. So yeah, I'm trying, mate. But thank you for the introduction, Paul. Like Paul said, I'm by day, by trade, if you like, I'm a professional sportsman. But I've also been very fortunate to be open-minded enough to take a look at business like this since 2012. In 2012, I joined a different company, and I had some big success with it, had some good success with it. At the end of 2014, left, joined another company, had some success with that company for a year or so, then lost interest in network marketing altogether. It was only until a friend of mine, Anthony Raspin, gave me a call, probably a month and a half ago now. Ben, I'm looking for some advice, thinking about starting a new network marketing company. Can you help? I said, well, Raz, first and foremost, it's not for me. I've lost my appetite for it. I've got a lot going on this year in my rugby career and things like that. So I'm not looking for anything. I'm not interested. He said, no worries. Well, it's a wine club. And as soon as he said that, bang, my ears pricked up. Probably if you're a guest on this call tonight, when you heard wine, free wine or potential to make money, your ears probably did the exact same as mine and just went, okay, what's this? So I was open. I knew that the model of home-based business, network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, I knew that it worked because I'd had big success in it previously with a company and a product that required a certain sales pitch. I always had to encourage and motivate people to continue using those products. I had to teach people about the products and so on and so on and so on. So I knew that the model of network marketing worked. Now, when Anthony said to me, wine, my mind just went into overdrive because I knew I didn't have to teach anybody about wine. I didn't have to show anybody about how to use the product, what was in the product. I certainly don't need to encourage people to use the product, in the UK in particular. So I was wide open to it. I sat on the fence for a week, and I still call myself an idiot even now, because why I sat on the fence for so long, I do not know. Because as soon as wine and network marketing was mentioned to me, I should have been straight in. But like I said, I was a little bit stubborn because I had a little bit going on. I kind of fell out with this kind of business, lost interest more than anything. And we wasn't looking for anything. So to come on us at a time where we wasn't looking, for me, that's great. Because like I said, no interest in it at that particular period of our lives, but it came to us. It came to us. The opportunity came to us, and I'm ever so grateful to Anthony now for introducing it to us. So that's how we got involved. We've done okay in the first 5 or 6 weeks. We've reached the top rank in the company. We're now trying to help a group of around 65 people, maybe. That's just growing daily, so we kind of lose track on the numbers just because of the excitement and the momentum that we've got at the moment. But we're trying to help a large amount of people, which, if you are new to this, I just want to quickly make you fully aware that if we are not helping you when you join this business, we're not going to win. You know, and the same will go for you. When you start bringing business partners into the business, if you're not helping them, you won't win either. This is a big team game. This is not like a traditional business or a traditional job. This is a model whereby people only win when they are helping other people, and that is what I love about it. So I've been involved in team sports since I was 7 years old. So to be part of something like this, it's very exciting for me and my wife Claire. I'm just going to tell you about Direct Sellers. As a company, it's been around for 4 years. In last year of April of last year, the company decided to turn to this model of direct sales, home-based business. What I like to call it word-of-mouth marketing, because the way this thing works is the more you speak to people, the more contacts you reach out to and engage with. We've just been having this conversation previously. The more people you engage with about this particular business or this particular product, the more your business is going to grow, the more people you're going to be able to help, the more money you're going to earn, and then you can take it as far as you want. For most people, it's an extra couple of £100 a month, which is absolutely fine. For some people, it's an extra couple of £1,000 a month, which is great. and then, the incomes do get crazy. I'm not going to talk silly figures because I don't want to scare anybody off and have anybody thinking that I'm talking rubbish. But let me tell you, the incomes that can be earned in this kind of business are good, very good. So, turned to this business model last year. And since then, the company's gone on. And I believe we've now gone above 13,000 members of the wine club as a whole, globally. Just so you're aware, at the moment, the USA is the only country that is officially open. The UK is next to be open now. We've got a meeting next Tuesday in London with the leadership that are flying in from America, and hopefully we're going to get an official launch date. And again, we're very hopeful that it's going to be the next 30 to 60 days when the product finally starts getting shipped around the UK. So very exciting times at the moment. And for the opportunists on the call, for you people that have done this kind of thing before, you should be very excited, because if you've been, like myself, if you've been in previous companies, there's probably been thousands upon thousands, if not millions, of partners already in previous companies. I'll give you an example. My first company, when I joined, there were 30 to 40,000 members already involved in that company. I went on to make a 5-figure monthly income. And I never say that to boast or to show off or anything, because you don't know me and you probably don't care. But we're now talking about a company and a product that requires no explanation, motivation, no special training on the product, because it's wine. We're in a country that knows how to socialise, celebrate, enjoy alcohol, sometimes get drunk, may I add. So the fact that there's only around 100 people in the UK involved, that were music to my ears as well. So I was very, very, very excited about that. I'm going to quickly tell you about the customer program. If you're looking at this from a consumer point of view, that's great. Or if you're looking at it just solely from a customer point of view, you'll be pleased to hear what I'm about to tell you. So the customer program is probably, it's a very good incentivized, if that's a word, incentivized. There's a very great incentive as a customer to go out and tell your friends about it. So like I've already touched on, word of mouth marketing. If you get a product or a service that you particularly enjoy, what do? You tell people about it, word of mouth marketing. So if you're a customer and you're enjoying our wine and you're telling your friends about it, if your friends decide they want to be subscribers to the wine club as well, provided 3 of your friends do so, you're going to get your wine for free. So if you're a serious wine consumer, you enjoy premium wines, you've also got a large group of friends who enjoy doing the same kind of thing. If you tell 3 of those guys about it and they become a member of this wine club or subscriber, then you get your wine for free. So the customer program is superb. Now, from a business partner point of view, which I'm going to talk about now, in fact, I'm going to flip straight to a screen share so you've got a visual. I think it's very beneficial when we give the viewing audience a visual. So I'm going to tell you about the business partnership now. So in the UK at this moment in time, I need to make you fully aware that the product are not shipping wine around the UK just yet. We're waiting for the official launch date. So again, at this moment in time, it is just a business opportunity for people like myself, like Andy and Maria and so on, people who are on this call tonight who see what we all see about getting positioned and in the business. That's where we're at the moment. So when you come into the business, your first package of wine, what you would get with your membership fee, you have to send it to an American contact. Now, if you don't know anybody in America, don't worry, because we've got plenty of contacts out there. But if you know somebody in America, then great. You can send them some free wine on you and, tell them to enjoy it. The chances are you might get a business lead out of that, or you might even get a customer out of it. Who knows? So the entry package that we're entering the business at is the $250 package. That's known as a premium wine lover package. And for that, you're going to get 4 bottles of premium wine. You're going to get 1 year's membership or partnership with the wine club, with the company. And you're going to get 20% discount on any future wines moving forward. Now, there's an opportunity when the company launches in the UK to upgrade to the Premium Wine Lover Elite. I'm not going to go into details on that now, but that is a bit more of an expensive package. You get more wine, longer membership, and more discount. Now, we're going to be able to upgrade to that when the wine does come and starts getting shipped around the UK. So at the moment, we're entering at the least or the most cost-efficient package just until the product starts coming around the UK. So $250 gets you started in this business. Now, to get your investment back, all you have to do is find two business partners. So 2 people like yourself who have got a bit of an eye for opportunity, business. You find 2 people like that, you've got your investment back. Because what the company is going to do is, every time you introduce this to another business partner, they're going to pay you a 50% fast start bonus or commission for that introduction. So you introduce 2 people, you've got your initial investment back, which brings me swiftly onto the dual team pay. So again, once you've found your 2 business partners, that makes you what we call dual team qualified. When you're dual team qualified, that then makes you eligible for commissions on the rest of the compensation plan. But this is the most exciting one and the only one I'm going to explain tonight. There's another 2 ways beyond this, but I'm not going to cover them tonight. The person who invited you will tell you more in detail about the other lucrative ways in which we get paid. But the dual team works like this. You have a right sales team and you have a left sales team. So you have 2 sales teams. The first 2 people you bring into the business. So you've got your money back first and foremost, but then you're dual team qualified and you're eligible to get paid on this part of the compensation plan. The company is going to pay you every single week on your least performing sales team. So in this instance, the right sales team has performed at 4,000 sales volume, the left at 5,000. So you're going to get paid on the weaker performing sales team, which in this case is the right sales team. The company is going to pay you up to a maximum of 20% in commissions on that lesser legs volume. So hopefully that makes sense. The company is going to pay you infinity deep on this part of the compensation plan. So it's not just about who you introduce, but it's who they introduce and they introduce and so on and so on and so on. One thing I love about network marketing is it's not about you. And it's not always about the person you introduce. It's about that next person and next person. So the biggest players in your business are going to be people that you don't even know and you've never even met yet. They're going to be the people that really come in and take this thing by the bull, by the horn, so to speak. So that's the dual team part of the compensation plan. Like I said, I'm not going to go into detail on the other 2 parts because they are a little bit more detailed and they require a little bit more explanation, and we want to keep this short and sharp. The only downside about the dual team is there's a cap on your earnings on the dual team. Now, that cap is $25,000 per week. So I think we will probably be able to live off that. Now, the exciting thing for me is that this company is a baby. Remember, I was talking about my first company. There were 30 to 40,000 people in the UK alone in that company. This company, there's only 13,000 people in the world involved. In the UK alone, only around 200 people. So when that dual team, what I've just showed you, starts filling up with people you don't even know, you've never even met, and you probably will never even meet, you're not going to have any control of the growth of that dual team. Now, we're in this at the beginning. So please put your business caps on and just think about what we're sat on here at this moment in time. We are potentially sat on a gold mine. A couple of reasons why. It's alcohol. It doesn't need no explanation, no motivation, no encouragement for people to use. And this thing will duplicate simply because of those reasons I've just given you there. We don't need to give any special training on a certain product. We don't have to tell you what's in the product. We don't have to tell you the key ingredients, what are going to make it work. There's none of that with this particular business or product. So this is going to duplicate. And let me tell you, what duplicates in network marketing makes money, and it makes a lot of it. So, this is one reason why it's not one reason. There's a number of reasons why I'm excited. The main reason is simply the product and the fact that this is going to duplicate, and people who have never done network marketing or home-based business before are going to be able to come in this, have success, and make a significant additional income from home in the spare time around what they already do. Not everybody's going to come into this and do 5-10 hours a day. Most people who come into this kind of business, probably like yourself, looking as a guest, might put 1 hour a day into this. And let me tell you, 1 hour a day of doing productive activity in network marketing can make you a reasonable monthly income without a shadow of a doubt. I believe that I can teach anybody that comes into this kind of business model how they can make an extra £200 to £500 a month. That is what most people want when looking at an opportunity like this. That's significant because it might get you on a better holiday. It might get you some school fees paid, whatever. You can think about whatever it might do for you, but I know I can help the average person come into this and make £200 to £500 a month. And that is what excites me more than anything, because we're going to have the opportunity with a fun social product to go out there and help change the lives of a large number of people if we choose to do it. Not everybody's going to become a business builder and go out there and do what I want to do, what Andy wants to do, and Paul, and so on. You know, most people, like I said, want to come in, just make a few £100s a month, you know, and maybe get a new car or whatever it is. So that's what really excites me. So on that note, I'm going to shut up waffling. I get excited every time I speak on these calls because I can just see where this is going to go. But I'm going to pass you right back over to my senior business partner, Paul, who's been a diamond for us guys who have joined the business. He's helped us out when we've needed him most. He's done these calls time and time again. He's the top ranking distributor in the company, male distributor, sorry. We've got Shea who's killing it, obviously. But Paul is absolutely flying in the UK. So I'm going to pass it right over to Paul to share some of his information.
Ben, thank you as always. Before I continue, I just want to say, or want to add, or want to start by saying that we're not professional speakers. We don't get paid to demonstrate or to do what we're doing tonight. We do it because we love helping other people. We do it because we're passionate about the work that we do. You know, up until about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we done one of these calls a week. But we decided, because of the momentum that was happening in the company, that we was going to put on an additional 5 calls a week. So, as I said, we don't rehearse what we're going to say. Everything that we say comes from our heart. Everything that we do is from our passion. And we'll continue to do that day after day, night after night, because, as I said, our goal is to help as many people as we possibly can from all over the world try and create some time or financial freedom. So, Ben, as always, really appreciate you, my friend. Absolutely killing it. And keep doing what you're doing. Really proud to be in business with you. So, as Ben said, my name's Paul Gillingham. I too am in the fitness industry. I'm not as good as Ben. I manage a gym. I work as a personal trainer, but I've been in the fitness industry for 12 years. My first taste of networking was in 2013 when I got involved with a health and wellness company. And in that particular company, I not only helped many people lose weight, get fit, get healthy, but I helped a few people qualify for a carb payment scheme, helped quite a few people get payments on their mortgage, and I was lucky enough to retire myself from full-time employment back then within 12 months. So I fell in love with network marketing because it enabled me to work with larger groups of people from all different backgrounds, but from all different counties and countries across the globe. But what I found was that there was so much competition and there was so much resistance within the health and wellness industry that I was struggling, even though with my 12 years of experience, I was struggling to try and persuade someone that this particular product was going to help them get fit, get healthy. And yet they would quite easily go into a pub and they'd order a glass of wine, or they'd order a beer, or they'd go into McDonald's or a kebab shop and quite easily order that particular food without asking any questions at all. So I pulled back from that, dug myself right back into the fitness industry, keep running boot camps as I do now, train clients on a regular basis. But on top of that, or aside from that, another passion of mine that's been a passion of mine for the last, I would say, 10 years or so is wine. And through hard times in that first particular company, I remember saying to a good friend of mine, how much fun would it be if there was a network marketing company where the product was wine? How much easier would the conversation be? How much more powerful would the product be? How many more people could we attract to the company? And how many more lives could we change just by giving someone a product that 95% of the population already do anyway? So in December of last year, I was sitting in my front room, similar to where I am now, and I got a text message from a lady that got me into this company, and we spoke for about 20 minutes through Messenger, and she asked me a question that back then didn't really make too much sense, but right now is one of the most talked about questions on social media. And that question was, do I drink wine? Now, I had a glass of wine in my hand and I said to her, yes, of course I do. So we got on the phone and she told me about direct sellers. She told me about that it was a network marketing company, that even though the club had been around for 4 years, the MLM side of things has only been around since April of last year. So the actual company itself, in terms of the network marketing model, is less than a year old. It's coming up to its 1 year birthday. And she told me that the UK was going to be the second country to launch. And was I interested? Well, for me, it was a no-brainer, because going back a couple of years ago with that thought, with that image, with that dream I had in my head, that had now come true. So I signed up there and then. I got involved. I watched all the videos afterwards because I didn't want to miss out on what I saw as a potentially life-changing opportunity. Now, from there, I took Christmas out like I always do. I spent time with my friends and my family. But in January of this year, I started talking to people, and it was 3 simple questions that I started asking people. Number 1, do you drink wine? Number 2, would you like to get it for free? Number 3, how about get paid for it? So those 3 questions are so effective in building this business and making it a success. And in my first month of being involved in the company, I was lucky enough to hit the top of the compensation plan, something that I've never done in any other company before in my life. Since then, I've helped 5 or 6 other people do the same thing. Anthony Raspin joined. He hit the top of the compensation plan in his first 3 weeks. He got in a guy called Ben, who obviously you've spoken to tonight, who done it in record-breaking time in 6 days. Ben got a guy called Andy in. Andy hit it in a few weeks. Andy got a lady called Maria in, who hit Master Seller only last weekend. So you can see the power of where this can go. And if you understand just what you've got on your hands here, you will understand that this is going to be the biggest, the largest, the most fun social event that you've ever been involved with. Now, a few weeks ago, I was lucky enough to go out to Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, it was the official launch of Direct Sellers. Now, out there, I got to meet 4 incredible co-founders. These guys have all had huge success in their own right, in their own corporate businesses. Some have been in the industry before, but they've all had massive success. They've now partnered up together to create this phenomenon that is Direct Sellers. And as Ben said, 2 of them are flying over this weekend, and we're going to be lucky enough to sit down with them on the Tuesday night and listen to their plans and their rollout for the UK. They've partnered up with a guy called Kevin Thompson, who's arguably the world's #1 attorney for network marketing, who has said in no short terms that this company will become one of the brightest, most successful and biggest network marketing companies that he's ever been involved with. Now, for those of you that are on the call that are into your compliance, that have got any compliant regarding questions, mention the name Kevin Thompson. He is, as I said, arguably the world's #1. On top of that, there's a guy called Jerry Greenfield enrolled. He's the director of wine for us now. He's known as the wine whisperer in the wine industry, 30 years of experience. Every Wednesday, he shares SoundCloud videos. He also uploads YouTube clips. He gives you tutorials about wine and about the product. On top of that, we've got a leadership that is by far one of the strongest, tight-knit leadership teams out there. A guy called Jefferson Green, documented 7-figure income earner. He joined this team, or he founded our team on the 3rd of November last year. In 156 days, he's created over 3,500 people. Add to that the compensation plan that Ben went through earlier. And on top of that, just to add it all off, add the product, wine. We all like it, or the majority of us like it. We all like to drink it. We all like to socialise in it. So for those that have had networking experience, and for those of you that are on the call for the first time tonight, just think about the conversations that you can have with people now. Just think about how your posture will change, knowing that you've not got to go and try and persuade someone to drink a shake, or to wear a cream, or to take a tablet, or to wear a wearable device, or anything else like that. This is wine. As Ben said, we can't change what goes in or comes out of the wine. A bottle of Shiraz is a bottle of Shiraz. A bottle of Merlot is a bottle of Merlot. And as Ben will tell you at the moment, a bottle of Malbec is a bottle of Malbec. So we can't change what goes into this product. Wine was around before any of us were created. Wine's going to be around way after we've all gone. So this is where you've got to start thinking, do I want to be involved with something before it's began? Do I want to wait and let more people join? Now, when I got involved and I got added to the Facebook group, I think I was number 278. This was in December. As I said now, there's over 3,500 people involved in that team. That number is going to double within the next 3 months. I can guarantee you that. So my last thing I'm just going to finish off with is this. Ben talked about the compensation plan earlier and he talked about the binary system. A couple of weeks ago, I looked at my organisation and I saw that there was close to 250 people in there. I worked out that if every one person in that team added just one new person per month, now bearing in mind Ben done 9 in 6 days, so if every one person added just one new person per month, that between now and the end of the year, that team would be close to 100,000 people. So look at that binary system again. Look at that dual team pay where you get paid up to 20% on your weaker side. Let's make it easy and let's go 60,000 on one side and 40,000 on the other. You don't need to be Stephen Hawking to work out that 20% of 40,000 is a hell of a lot of money on a weekly basis. So if your goal is to make an extra £200 a month, then let us do it for you. Let us help you do that. If your goal is to make an extra £500 a month, then again, let us help you do that. If your goal is to make £2,000 a month, then again, let us help you do that. Because I'm telling you now that in the next 6 months or so, there'll be people on this call right now that will be earning 5 figures a month from doing this. If that is your goal, then let's all work together. Let's all play team. Let's all help each other. Let's all support each other. But most importantly, let's have fun doing this. This is not a stressful business. This is a business that you can do anywhere, anytime, any place with anyone. If you want to sit on a call and drink a glass of wine and not feel guilty about it, like Anthony's doing right now, do it. This is a fun social business. This is going to be a global phenomenon. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. So as always, the last thing that I say is this. Please go back to the person that invited you onto this call. If you've got a list of questions that you need answering, get them answered tonight. If you've got one question that's stopping you from signing on that dotted line tonight, then get it done. Because these numbers are growing and they're growing rapidly. Now, tomorrow night at the same time, we've got one of the co-founders on this call for the very first time. So you're going to want to go away. You're going to want to speak to 5 to 10 people and get them to listen to the co-founder of Direct Sellers and listen to him sharing his vision of where this is going to go and about the UK market. So the link will be up in the morning. We can share that out with you. The recording for tonight's call will be up in about 20 minutes. And again, I'll get that out to everyone. So as always, I appreciate your time. I appreciate everyone getting on. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and I'll catch up with you guys very, very soon. Ben, as always, appreciate it, my friend, and I'll catch up with you soon, buddy.